Hi Shannon, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, this is Amanda Woolwine from the CUPA Office of Special Projects, and I'm interviewing Shannon Plowden. It's Plowden, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, about her show, Butterflies Are Free, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. So where are you from?
I'm from West Union, South Carolina.
Oh.
It's a really small town, about 20 minutes from Clemson.
And you're a senior?
I'm a senior, yes.
Excellent. How did you get into directing?
I sort of always knew that I wanted to direct, and I did. I directed Are We Reviving Ophelia through Alpha Psi Omega 2 years ago. And then I also directed a one-act last fall, not this one, but the one before that. And I sort of always knew that I wanted to do it, and
Did you start out acting, or do you do any technical stuff, or
I do mostly stage management kind of stuff and house
sure.
management. I run the house. I'm the house manager for Dodson Theater, and I stage manage a bunch. So that's really what I do.
Oh, very cool. I know that theater students direct shows during the One Act Festival, but I know this is a little different. Tell me how you went about the process of directing your own show.
Yeah, I did always know I really wanted to direct, and I always kind of know I wanted to direct this show. I've loved the show forever. Butterflies Are Free. It's like one of my favorites. And, I just, I knew that the process was out there to be able to direct your own show. So I just started putting my proposal together. And the big difference between doing this and one act is I counted the other day, and I've been working on this for just over a year and a half, before, with my proposal process and all that till now.
Wow.
It's like a year and a half, so it's definitely a longer commitment than one act you basically do in a semester.
Right.
It's contained, so...
That's quite a process. How is that affected with your... do you have a full course schedule? How are you managing all of that?
Yeah. Well, part of the reason mine was a year and a half is I did my proposal the semester before most people turn it in, because I was abroad the semester that you're supposed to turn it in. So I turned it in earlier so that I could still be in the running for it. So
lots of planning
ahead.
Yeah, lots of planning.
Yeah, and I forgot your question, sorry.
Oh, no, that was it. We were just...
Okay.
So how is it to direct your fellow classmates and to be in that kind of role with such a commitment?
Yeah, it's very... I like it a lot. It is very interesting, though. It's definitely like this strange... Because because one of my actors is also a senior, so I've been in classes with him the whole time, and we're peers except when we get into rehearsals, and I'm his director, and so it's a little interesting. And then also there are 2 freshmen in the cast who keep calling me ma'am, and I have to yell at them to not call me ma'am.
That's great.
Because I am only 21, I am not a ma'am.
Yeah. I guess it's interesting. It's kind of the same power. I mean, it's kind of the same power dynamic as your professors being the director. You have that same kind of thing working against, seeing them during the day in classes and all of that stuff, and then taking that to rehearsal space. That's interesting. So tell us a little bit about Butterflies Are Free without giving too much away. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's really just like a day in the life kind of thing. It's about the male lead is Don, and he's blind, and he's
he's blind?
Oh, he is
interesting.
blind, and he's just now living on his own, and he meets his next door neighbor Jill, who's this free-spirited kind of person. It's just sort of like how they interact. And
interesting. And you said that you had always wanted to do this show. So what inspires you about this show? Why is it on your list of what you wanted to do?
Well, I originally saw the movie first, years ago, when and I fell in love with the story, and it's just such a sweet story, and it's really it's funny, and it's really touching, and it's just and then once you read the play, it's just so beautifully written. that it was just really, it's just like a good show.
Yeah. Is it full length or is it?
Yeah, it's full length. It's
Wow.
about an hour and a half.
Is this the first time you've directed a full length?
Are We Reviving Ophelia was a full length, but
Okay.
it was only about 50 minutes. There was a shorter one,
Oh,
but
gotcha.
it was
Gotcha.
full length.
But you knew you always wanted to do this
Yeah.
one. That's exciting. So what are your future plans after Butterflies Are Free?
Well, I'm graduating in May.
That's exciting.
And then I'm gonna go and hopefully get a job in like house management or stage management. And I hope to move and continue directing in the future.
Within the area, or are you looking to leave the area?
I'm mostly in the area.
That's cool. That's cool. I know there are a billion theater things going on in Charlotte all the time. Different companies opening and offering kind of different avenues from fringe to your static straight plays.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that'll be exciting. How do you think this experience in directing Butterflies Are Free will aid in moving towards the future of those goals?
It's definitely like I definitely learned a lot from this, and even though I have directed other things in the past, this is it was very organized and stuff, and I just learned so much about like what my strengths are as a director, and so I really think that I've improved as a director from this experience.
I'm sure. Excellent. Let's see. What advice do you have for other students wanting to direct their own shows?
I would say to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Definitely. Which is really the biggest part of it, knowing what you want before you even begin to talk about to your designers and your artistic staff is really important, but also, making sure that you're not telling them what to do, that you're also letting them be artistic and creative. But planning ahead is really the best thing you can do, and plan ahead throughout the whole process. Make sure you know what you're doing at every single rehearsal. You've thought about it beforehand.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It seems so laborious with your student, like your requirements as a student, all your responsibilities, and then taking on kind of this whole independent project. But I'm sure that the value you got from it was so much more than all the hours put in. What's the most valuable piece of advice you've been given as a director?
I think really it's to just trust in your abilities and the abilities of your actors. Just really let the play take its own shape, and you're just there to mold it. Like,
That's great
it's
advice.
really, it's gonna go where it wants to go.
Yeah, that's great
so just you make sure that you're smoothing the edges and stuff.
Very good. Yeah, that's good advice. I think all too often people are always wanting to micromanage every aspect of a play, and to let something take shape takes a lot more courage, I think, than just trying to make sure everything goes exactly as planned, because nothing ever does. Well, that's exciting. When and where can we see Butterflies Are Free?
It is in the Johnson Studio Theater, which is in Johnson Hall.
Okay.
It starts tonight, Wednesday, at 8 p.m. and it runs through Saturday at 8 p.m. and then there's also a Sunday matinee at 2.
Well, great. All right. Thanks for coming in, Shannon, to talk a little bit about your play, and I'm excited to see it.
Great. Thank you.
Take care.